Hey guys, Sarah from Aaron's Outdoor, and today I'm out on Lake Lanier again. I actually have not caught a fish in over 2 weeks, which is kind of crazy. I feel like that's probably the first time I haven't caught a fish in 2 weeks in a long time. But I've actually only been fishing once in those 2 weeks just because I had some schoolwork last week and I didn't really get a ton of chances to fish over Thanksgiving break. But today I'm back out here. And last time I was out on Lake Lanier, which was 2 weeks and 1 day ago, I had a really good day. I caught like 6 fish in like 3 hours. And every single one of them was a keeper. One of them was like almost a 4-pound spotted bass. So that was a really solid fish. And I'm starting off at a point where I caught one of the fish last time, and then I'm probably gonna go fish the rock wall where I caught a few fish last time. So I'm starting off with a jig because that's what I caught everything on last time. So hopefully that'll work for us today, and we'll be on some fish. Oh, do I have a fish on? No. No way I have a fish on. I have a fish. You're kidding, dude. I saw a school of fish. You are kidding me. Alright, so I'm fishing this rock wall where I caught a few fish last time. And I was fishing the jig, and then I looked on the fish finder, and look, there's a few more of them. Oh yeah, they're definitely still down there. I saw a school of fish. Look, there's another school. There's quite a few fish right there. But so I dropped my drop shot on top of them, and while I was doing that, I just see my jig move, and I thought it was like, oh, it's probably just because I'm drifting away. But there was a fish on there, and this guy's a keeper. He's not that big. He's, you know, a little over a pound, probably 15 inches, but that is crazy. I don't think I've ever caught a fish on a jig with it just like sitting on the bottom. I mean, maybe I was drifting slightly, so it was kind of barely moving, but I got a fish already, so that's not too bad. I mean, I'm about an hour in, and it is freezing out here. I hope it warms up a bit, but hopefully this won't be the last fish of the day. Now I'm gonna have this camera on. Hopefully I'll get a better angle of me catching another one, but happy to get the first fish there. I'll let this guy go. Got one. There we go. Got a fish. I totally used my sonar to catch this thing. Oh. There we go. Well, it's a good thing I had this camera going because I just turned off my chest mount, and then I saw a fish down there, dropped the drop shot on him and caught him. And he's like basically identical to the last one. He might actually be smaller. Oh, this guy is 1 pound 3 ounces. Says he is bigger than the last one we caught. I mean, he looks like the exact same. But anyway, I'm just weighing on my fish so I can see if I can get a limit today. And if I get a limit, I'll know how big my limit is, but let that guy go. Got one. There we go. I saw this one down there, and he seems bigger. Oh! Well, that sucks. Ooh, did he come up for it? It looks like he came up for it for a second. That felt a lot bigger, dude. That really stinks. Oh, I have a fish. I do have a fish. Get in here. Oh, wow, that was an interesting bite. Well, this might not be a keeper, but that was a very strange bite. I thought I hit a rock, and then I was kind of pulling it, and it was a fish. And then I realized, I had a fish on, but he might be 14, probably 13 and a half, 13.75 though. I'll double check though. Yeah, this guy's definitely not a keeper. He's like 13 and a quarter, so he will not count towards a limit. Still, I will definitely take that fish, even though I definitely am kind of surprised that this little guy ate that jig. And it's been a good like 30 minutes since I caught that last fish, but I still think there's some fish on this wall. I mean, I just haven't marked quite as many as I was, but there's definitely still at least a few here. Oh, there's a fish on the jig. Feels better. Definitely feels better. Wow, definitely feels better. Oh, jeez. Oh, might need the net. Yep, it's a good one. Okay. It's not as big as I thought, but probably a 2-pounder. Oh, okay, wait, maybe not 2 pounds. He's definitely not 2. It keeps getting smaller the closer he got to the boat, but still, a good one, the best one of the day, probably 1.5 pounds. I'll take it. Yeah, and this guy was, I mean, this guy was off the rock wall as well, but it's a little bit where it's not quite as steep. A bit of a more gradual rocky bank. All right, guess that weight. I'm going to go 1 pound 9 ounces. Pound 7. All right, so biggest fish of the day, about 1.5 pounds. Nothing huge, but I will take it, and that gets us 1 step closer to a 5 fish limit of keepers, which is the goal today. So we still need 2 more keepers, but I think that's very possible. And even though, like, you know, the bite is not crazy on this rock wall, I've been fishing here for like probably close to 2 hours, maybe 1.5 hours, but I've only gotten 4 fish. So, and I actually had another one come off, so it's, you know, fairly consistent. Oh, there's a fish. There's another one. Finally. He's pretty good. The last one seemed big and it wasn't, but this one, yeah, this one's pretty good. Maybe like 2. Maybe actually 2. Get in here. All right, there we go. I don't have the most agile landings. Like, I feel like it's not worth it to get the net out. I feel like I should just boat flip them, especially with the jig. And this one, I don't know if he's 2, but I think he might be the biggest. Maybe 1.75 pounds. So now we have 4 keepers, 5 on the day. Maybe we'll get a limit. It has been a solid like 2 hours, I think, since I caught my last fish. Maybe not 2 hours, but well, maybe. I think it's been 2 hours since I caught that last fish. I went and explored like a cove and didn't catch anything there, so I came back to the rock wall. All right, I'm gonna guess, I actually think it's probably more like 1.5 pounds. So I'm gonna guess 1 pound 9 ounces. Okay, it said 1 pound 13 the first time, but it was flapping a bunch. Oh, okay, 1 pound 13. So he is bigger than I thought. He is about 1.75 pounds. All right, well, it's another good fish. It's the best one of the day. I think all the fish have been getting bigger except that 113 incher in there, so I'll take it. Maybe the next one will be over 2 pounds. Well, I am off the water now, getting ready to load my little Pelican here into the back of my truck, but overall, definitely not too bad of a day out here in Lanier. I was here for like a little over 4 hours, I think about 4.5 hours that I was on the water. Caught 5 fish, you know, definitely wasn't amazing. 4 of the 5 were keepers. I was trying to get a 5 fish limit of keepers, but I didn't quite complete that. I lost 3 jigs, and after I lost the 3rd jig, I just kind of fished the rock wall one more time with the drop shot. Had 1 fish, I bit the tail off, so, and I also lost another fish. I was pretty close to having a limit, but I actually think I might go to a different lake after this, which is probably going to be a different video, but that's part of the reason I want to leave the lake. And I might also go to a fishing store in between to buy a few more jigs because I'm kind of low now that I lost 3 of them. But anyway, not a bad day on Lanier. Mostly caught them on jigs, kind of like last time. Then I did have that one on a drop shot, and then the other one that I lost in a drop shot. So definitely not a bad day out here. The jig is, I definitely like jig fishing more now. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. But I'll catch y'all in that next video. Thanks for watching.